everyone, Melanie from gyrostress.com, and I'm back with another Project Life video, but this one is a bit different. It's not in my usual Project Life album. So you can see it's not a 12 by 12 album, it's a 4 by 4. It's 10 centimeters by 10 centimeters, and I'm showing you that I've already cut some pictures ready for this week's video. And now I'm showing you the card I've selected. You can see that my pictures are all 3 by 4s. I've got a few 4 by 4s, but most of them are 3 by 4s, and I've selected some 3 by 4s card. So yeah, there's going to be a bit of DIY going on here, because they don't fit my pocket, which is fine. They're too small for my pocket, which is an easy-ish solution. Here I'm trying to see which direction the picture is going, if it's going up or down. So as you can see, today I've got my cutting mat underneath because I like the grid. I need to make up some 4 by 4s cards, so I kind of need to see, you know, the dimension on the grid behind me. And what I'm doing here is I'm tracing a box around spring, because I'm gonna make a tab and I didn't make it big enough on the side. And now I'm gonna grab my craft knife and I'm gonna cut. And another way to do it would be to do partial die cutting on if you've got a die cutting machine, like a Big Shot or Cutterborg or whatever. You could try a partial die cutting. Sorry, if you've got a tab die. And here you can see I ripped the paper, but I'm not bothered by that because that's going to be under the picture. And that's the idea. The idea is to tuck my picture underneath. First I'm going to fix my boo-boo, I think. Yeah, I'm using my stamp runner to fix my boo-boo. And I didn't quite like the square corners, so I'm going to cut diagonal corners instead. I could have done several different things. It's not the best card because my work was a bit sloppy, but nobody's gonna know. And I'm just gonna put some adhesive. And there's something I realized further down the line, is that I'm using all those 3 by 4s, and then I've got a lot of the 3 by 4 hiding behind the card, when I could have trimmed the 3 by 4s and reuse bits and pieces. And here I put my picture wrong side around, so I'm turning it around. And I'm using a bit of washi tape on the back to make sure that it stays put. When I didn't cut the 3 by 4s down, it doesn't really matter, but it's gonna matter when I trim my 3 by 4s later on. I'm not sure I'm gonna record that though. I don't think I had recorded that. So here I needed to make a 2 by 2s, and the only interesting thing on this picture is the bit about the tree that's in the background. I've got a better picture of the tree that I'm going to use in a 4 by 4 page, and it's a picture of my son and playing with ducks, and there's a Chinese tourist at the top corner, and a lot of grass and stuff in the foreground, foreground, whatever whatever the word is. So I cut it down to 2 by 2s, and yeah, I'm just gonna keep on doing that. It's gonna be a bit boring, I think, so I'm gonna remove or not film all of it. I haven't finished filming this video at the time I'm recording the voiceover, because I'm still trying out my software, and Leon is at nursery this morning, so I might as well do the voiceovering when he's not around and when I can play with the software. And it's going so much better today because, hey, guess what? I watched a tutorial a couple of days ago about how things work in Premiere Pro, and funny that it's working better now. Anyway, here you saw me cutting and then realizing, oh, maybe I wanted to use the other side, and then I decided no, the black side is the black and white side is much better. After I started cutting, I could have changed my mind. It was fine. It wouldn't have been very visible. So a little bit of glue, and I'm putting this picture down. And it's one of those cards where it's a bit of a shame I didn't salvage more of it, because I could have used the rest of it, but never mind. This is a very good project to use up my cards, actually, because I've used a bunch of them and I need to go get some more. And I also had to go back to Spotlight yesterday to get more page protectors, because I had run out and they only had one pack left, which is not nice. So I'm not sure I'm gonna have enough to finish my project. So it's a different kind of project life, and here I'm gonna show you what it looks like so far. And I'm gonna go back later on to have to add title cards and to add embellishments. That's a word I'm looking for. And you might not have noticed, but I'm trying to keep my placement of cards consistent. So when they're horizontal shot, I'm always putting my 3x4s journaling cards underneath, and when they're vertical, I'm always putting the 3x4s to the left. There's no reason for that, that's how I started, and then after a few I thought I better keep it consistent, otherwise it's gonna look weird. So that's what I'm doing. And you can see some of the cards I'm choosing from my stash and stuff. And usually when I'm doing project life, I'm very particular about the colors I'm choosing. It's a very limited palette on each spread, but since all those pages are very tiny, there's only one picture and one card, I'm not too bothered about the what's it called? The colors. Ooh, that's the word in the patterns. Everything goes. So here I'm moving a few pages around because I didn't have enough, and I'm using both Becky Higgins and We Are Memory Keepers. The We Are Memory Keepers are the one that were coming in the album, and the Becky Higgins are the one that I bought from Spotlight, and I think I prefer the We Are Memory Keepers, but nobody stocked them around here. So I'm showing you very quickly what my album looks like right now, and I'm also showing you a few of the 4x6s card that I'm thinking of using for my title card, and I'm going to go with this one with the map in the background. But I don't like the Make It Happen, so I need to find something to cover it, and I'm actually using my own printables that I'm hoping will be in my shop by the time this video is out, at least the round label one that I'm showing you right now. This one is a 1.5 circle punch, so that gives you 1.5 inches circle punch. I'm not sure I said that. So that gives you an idea of how big they are, and that's perfect for this little spot. And I want something else on top. I thought about writing on the label, but I didn't want to put my handwriting on the first thing, because I don't have a problem with my handwriting, but sometimes it's not the neatest, and on the title card that's not what I wanted. So here it's another one of my printables that I'm actually going to redo, so I'm not sure when it will be available in my shop, because this is a 1-inch circle punch, and it's actually what I'm cutting out is actually a bit small. There's too much white around the text and stuff, so by redoing them a bit bigger, they're also going to be more readable, so it's not a bad thing. So I'm cutting this 4x6 card into a 4x4, and I don't care that there's rounded corners at the top and not at the bottom. It doesn't bother me whatsoever. And here I'm going through some stickers that I think I'm going to use, and I'm going to go with this one, and I can't remember the title, what it's called. I'm pretty sure it's a crepe paper one, and that was from the Craft Market probably collection. And I'm going to write Queenstown, and I only have one E, so I'm going to use an F and I think an apostrophe to make it look like an E. And I struggle with foam stickers because they're very wobbly and weird. And off camera, I'm sorry, I've stamped the dates, so from the Wednesday 21st of October to the Wednesday 28th of October. I'm a bit annoyed that this stamp set is actually an American stamp set. Well, what do you expect when you buy stuff from the US? That's what's going to happen, because that's not how I write my date. That being said, that doesn't stop me from using it, but I would really prefer if it had the date as I write it, which would be Wednesday 21st October 2015 rather than Wednesday October 21st 2015. And here in slow motion, I'm showing you my little boy's hand who was trying to grab stuff from my craft mat. Yeah, sorry, I was rambling, and you might have just seen him in slow motion. I'm crafting at the dining room table. I've got a craft room, but when I'm alone with the boy, I can't really hide in the craft room. And here I'm showing you my title card finished. I don't think I will add anything to it. I'm pretty happy with how it looks. And now I'm going to use some of my cardstock. That was in the previous all videos if you want to know about this cardstock. It's a smooth cardstock, 225 gram per square meter, and I'm only all I'm doing right now is cutting 4x4 squares, so I can get 4 per sheet of paper. It's A4 paper, so that's slightly smaller, different size than letter paper that you get in the US. I've got the dimension if you want them. So here I'm showing you where I'm going to put those. Sorry, my voice is very covered. It's been 10 days since I started recording this voiceover. I had to stop because I was sick, and we were sick and all of that. And here again my printable, and I'm gonna cut a 2-inch square with one of those round labels on it. And I'm sorry it's off camera right now. What I was doing is making sure the label was sort of centered. It's not perfect, but I'm not gonna, you know, cry about it. And I'm gonna put that here. And also off camera, what I did is cut some 3x4 card that I really liked what was written on them, but for this project, and I sacrificed them for this project. I cut them smaller. So and that's it for today. I will come back with embellishment and my daily title cards probably next week. I hope you enjoyed this video, and like if you enjoyed it, and subscribe if it's your first time on this channel, and I'm looking forward to see you guys very soon. Bye bye.